What's up, everybody? It's your girl April. I'm here for another review. I am reviewing Ready to Love. This is my first impression of the men. We are on episode one. We are in Miami, and this season seems like it's gonna be hot. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. It seems like it's going to have a healthy mix of relationships and drama. So I'm hoping that this season is a lot better than it was last season. I wasn't feeling the last season as much, but I have high hopes so far of this season. We have seem like we have more mature. We have a lot of people who are in their 40s. I didn't see anybody in their 50s, but we have a lot of people who are in their 40s and late 30s, mid to late 30s. So I think this is going to be it's going to be a good season. And if it's in Miami, it's going to be muy caliente. That's about all I got for for Spanish, but so I'm gonna just do my first impression of the men, and just see how I feel about them so far. Because this particular episode, it was just really getting to know people, seeing the initial connections that they may have. So it wasn't anything that I could really speak about. And I just want to kind of start out with my first impressions of everyone. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, interact with me. You are my tribe, so I really I want you to interact with me. I want to be able to share your thoughts and maybe we have different opinions. I don't know. Maybe you might see something I don't see. So I love the interaction. So definitely comment down below, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. So let's get into my first impressions. So we're gonna see. These are the men. Very nice looking men. I like all of them. They're not hard on the eyes, any of them. So I'm liking what they're doing so far. So far so good with the men and their caliber. So the first one is I think his name is Calvin. Yeah, Calvin. They call him the Silver Fox. He's 45. He ended up leaving, so he didn't even stay to the end. So he left, said it was a family emergency. Now his family emergency said his mom called. I'm hoping everything is okay, but it did kind of feel a little sketch. So I don't know. I don't know really how Calvin totally really felt. I mean, or if I don't know. I don't know if Calvin was up to some shenanigans because he was definitely stuttering and stuff. Maybe he was just trying not to say too much because it was personal. So we don't give Calvin the benefit of the doubt and say that Calvin had a family emergency and he couldn't do it. So, but it's gonna come out on the reunion. So if he is indeed lying, it's gonna come up. But Calvin seemed nice. I think he and Brandy kind of hit it off at first, but because he had to leave, he didn't really last long. So, but he seemed like he was going to be a decent catch. He had nice. He's a nice looking guy, nice physique. So, too bad, so sad, Calvin. So the next person is LJ. LJ is 33. He's from the Virgin Islands. He works for the government. He does some stuff for the government, but he also does singing. And I'm not a singing instructor. I wouldn't say that I am a singer. I mean, I'll carry a little tune, but LJ, I didn't get that LJ had the pipes. I didn't like his voice. I don't know. I didn't think it was that good, but he was mesmerized with Shakira. He really liked Shakira. He seems to be pretty good. He had the little Virgin Island swag, the accent. So he seemed like a nice guy so far. He spoke of his daughter, who really grounds him. So I'm hoping that he lives up to his nice guy persona so far. He seems like he's the nice guy. That he's being truthful with what he wants. The only reason I'm saying he seems like it because he in the preview of what's to come, him and Shakira had some type of interaction, and it didn't seem like it was it was in the nice guy realm from what it seemed like. It seemed like he ghosted her after something happened. So I don't know. We'll see. I got my eye on you, LJ. But so far, so good. So, I'm just going to deal with what we saw in episode 1. Next one, Sean. Hmm. And I take a deep sigh because I want to make sure I say exactly how I feel, but I don't want to be offensive. So I'm really trying to choose my words carefully. Sean is very socially awkward. I think that is what it boils down to. And I don't think he realizes he's socially awkward because the way he came across to the ladies, he asked Sharice, he said, "Oh, we stay close to each other. We should go out." And it's just kind of like, let me get to know you. Let me see if we vibe. I don't want to just go out with you and I don't know you. And then with Jamila, he was, talking to her and she was just like he couldn't remember her name. He was just really awkward. He wanted to go on a trip. He telling people like we can go on a trip. And then when he gets sent home, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't get to talk to half the girls, so that was probably it." No, you were acting like awkward. You were acting like a weirdo, and it turned some of the ladies off. So, Sean, I need you to be a little bit more self-aware. I think that you could probably you're probably a nice guy. You're probably you just I don't know. You lean into your quirkiness and maybe find someone who's just as quirky or maybe likes quirkiness, because I don't think any of these ladies was into what he was giving off, the quirkiness he was giving off. It just came a little. It was almost kind of creepy. I would have been the same way. I would have been kind of like, I'm not a person who can hide my facial expressions, so it would have been like you would have seen me rolling my eyes, or I probably would have walked. I would have just walked off, but I would have found something to do to, like, oh, did they just put out the chicken wings? Let me go get the chicken wings. It would have been something where I would have had to like, I got to go. I got to get out of here. But yeah, I just think he's a little awkward when it comes to one on one. Maybe in a group setting he wouldn't be as awkward, but he just came across as a little off. And I don't want, not mentally. It's just, some people are just socially awkward. I don't know. He's just quirky. Let's just leave it at quirky. But yeah, I don't think he realized, you know, how he was coming off. And that means you're not that self-aware. And that means that you can't read a room. You need to learn how to read the room. Know when you're doing too much or when you're not doing enough. Kind of lean into that, Sean. I want the best for you. Okay, but it's just not gonna be on Ready to Love. So I hope I would when you dating out in Miami, try to be a little bit more self-aware, or go into crowds where people enjoy your quirkiness, because you should be able to be yourself. I feel like you should be able to be yourself. So someone out there likes your quirkiness, Shine, and I hope that you find that person. Next person is Justice. Justice. The ladies love Justice. He was one of the favorites of the night. He's a 42 and he's an event planner. He was raised. His father wasn't in the picture. He was raised by his mom and his grandmother. His grandmother just seems very much so like a straight shooter. They call her Red Dog. So I enjoyed watching the montage of his family and his mom. I thought that was really cute. So usually when they say like if a man treats his mother good, the women in his family good, that means he'll treat you good. Justice seems okay. To me, he looks kind of like a Lionel Richie. If y'all put a Jerry curl wig on him, wouldn't he come across looking like Lionel Richie a little bit? You don't think? I think he looks like Lionel Richie. If Lionel Richie had a son, it would be Justice. Lionel Richie probably do have a son, but still, if this could be Lionel Richie's son. That's why his dad went in the picture. It was Lionel Richie. Yes. Y'all don't think so? Okay. Back to the my impression. a lot of women liked him. He seemed to come across genuine. He seemed to be, vulnerable and transparent when he spoke to April about his life and being without a father. April also said she grew up without a father, so they had that bond together, and it was, I guess, a trauma bond, but they found that they had that in common. Coincidentally, I don't think April was in his top, even though they shared that moment together. So I don't know. I don't know where it goes with them. Hopefully, maybe they could try it again and maybe see where it goes. But Justice, everybody seemed to like him. Ladies love Justice. So LL Cool J. So I don't know, but that's Lionel Richie's son, y'all. I really we need to do a paternity test. So next person is Samson. Samson seems like he's a nice guy. He's a life coach. He's 48 and he does not look 48. But he is a life coach. He seems very nice. He April seemed to be, really into him, but I think he was kind of turned off from April. He felt that April was talking too much about herself. So I don't know. It seemed like they had a good little conversation going, but what he picked up from April, she was talking about herself too much. So maybe the producers didn't show us everything. So we'll blame that on editing. But he wasn't feeling her too much, but he was liking Looney. So he definitely was intrigued with Looney. He is a biracial guy. I wouldn't have picked that up. His dad was Persian and his mother is African American. While his mom and dad were separated, his dad ended up passing away. So he grew up without a father. So that tugged at my heartstrings. But I feel like he's a good guy. He comes across as a good guy. I like Samson. And he has a strong name because Samson, Samson in the Bible, you know, that was a strong man. So I'm hoping he's living up to that name. It's definitely a strong name. You can't just be no wimp named Samson, right? So I like Samson. He seems to also enjoy Shakira. So I like that, and Shakira likes older guys. She's in her 30s. He's in his late 40s. So yeah, that would be on par of what Shakira says she likes. And I hope that that they can see what happens because I like them both. They seem very down to earth. Both of them very grounded. So Samson, don't switch up on me because I'm rooting for you, Samson. I'm rooting for you. Okay. All right. Next one would be Devin. Devin is an ex-professional football player. He, let's see, let me get my statistics. He's 32. He's a director of sales. Um, now he is the one that sucked on Sharice's feet in the pool on her toe, which is very unsanitary, in my opinion. But okay, we're gonna go with that. I don't know what I mean. Maybe he seems like he's the type of guy who likes to be the life of the party. That's what he comes across. So maybe that was his way of being the jock type guy. So maybe that's what it is. Um, they asked Sharice and Kadeem were in like looks like a hot tub, and they asked if he had kids. He said no, then he corrected himself. He said yes, and he said that he fathered a child with a one night stand, and I believe the child is now 10 years old, but he hasn't been in the child's life. Um, Kadeem seems like she was like no bueno. She was like, no, that's not. You're gonna have to come better than that. If you want to see if you want to see your child, you need to go through through the courts to see your child. Cherie seemed like she was a little bit more sympathetic with him. So I don't know. My opinion is that um, I don't like the fact that he's not in his child's life. I feel like you need to make an effort because I'm adopted. So you just want to know, what's in your bloodline. Who is that person? Where do you get this from? Where did I get that from? Maybe if it's a boy, I think it's maybe a boy that he has. He might be in the football, and you can give him some pointers. And it's certain things you just need that connection with your biological sometimes. So if you are there to offer that to him, give that to him. Even if the mother is giving you pushback, then you need to do the necessary steps to make sure that you can be in your child's life. Um, it really it can mess them up. Like he has abandonment issues because you choose not to do the right thing. He didn't ask to come here. You did that. You had sex with a woman and did not put on protection. So he came in this world and you need to do what's right. Period. So Devin, you need to man up. Like that, for me, that would be a red flag. That would be something where I couldn't really say like, okay, well, let's move forward and I want to know more. Like I want to, potentially connect with you. Like, cause that you have blood out there that your son, your daughter, whomever is out there, and you are not even trying to contact them. You're acting like they don't even exist. That's a problem, and you need to get that together, Devin. So yeah, on to the next. Alonzo, Zoe. Alonzo, I liked him. He looks like oh God, you remember on Tamar and Vince, the guy they also call him Big Cheese. He was married to April. I can't think of his name right off right now, but he was a guy. He was really funny. Him and Tamar used to really have a lot of banter between each other, and it was always fun. He had a nice personality. He passed away a few years back. I can't remember his name, but he reminds me of him. But Alonzo, he's retired. He's in real estate. He seems like um, he's just out here living his life, and I ain't mad at you, Alonzo. I mean, because you're not that old, so to be retired at 46, that's a big accomplishment. And Kate Kadeen is really got her eyes on him because she knows that okay, he can, if I want to go to Dubai, we can go to Dubai. He's not having to worry about um I can't leave because I gotta take time off from work. He's open to do whatever. So Alonzo, I want to know more of how you retired so young. Yeah, I want to know more of Alonzo's story. I like Alonzo. He seems very nice. Um, yeah, so far he seems like a very nice guy. He has a nice face. Nice look. He seems like a good guy. So I don't know. I like Alonzo so far. We'll see how it goes. Um, who's the next? Who's next? Swayze. He's 33 and a firefighter. He came across a little cocky, and he also seems like the type of guy who likes to argue because, like I said, in my women's impression video, he got into it with Shakira because she said she wanted a grown man, and he got butt hurt about the whole situation. Said, I mean, grown don't mean a certain age. And then, but I'm just like, it doesn't. I mean, maturity is a factor, but you're being immature about the whole situation, Swayze. And again, it could be editing, but the way it came, I mean, it seemed like he was kind of picking at Shakira. And when she said, "You picking, like you starting stuff with me," and he was like, "You got to be able to dodge that." Like, why? Because she want a grown man, so now you feel the need that I got to pick and I got to start an argument. Like that just seems petty. And if I was to be in a relationship with you, you would be petty like that. If we had a disagreement, you would probably be petty. And I don't know grown woman have time for that, for the pettiness. Nobody has time for that, Swayze. So I need you to get control of that. Because you're a nice looking guy, nice lips and everything. But that is a turnoff. And then he talked about he was in a relationship with a 28-year-old. He was 16. Like, dude, don't be telling that because that's molestation. That's not. That's not. That's not something that you want to brag about. That's problematic. And whoever that woman was, she's problematic. She should not have been dating a 16-year-old. That's out. That's just what can a 16-year-old offer a 28-year-old? That's a different story for a different day. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to get my video flagged or anything, but I just feel like that's unacceptable and that you're bragging about it. It means you need to do some healing on that because that's not something you brag about or tell anybody about. It's like you're saying, "Oh, I got a 28-year-old and I'm 16." You're like, no, yeah, y'all maturity level is in two different places. And if she felt like you were mature, no. My son better not ever come talking about he dating some 28-year-old. You crazy. 16? No, it's not happening. Swayze, I need you to get some help. Cause that right there is not, I don't know. I feel like that's some healing that needs to take place in Swayze's life with amongst that because for you to be okay with that and you to still brag about it, that's a wound that's open and it needs to be healed and he's trying to cover it up. He's trying to cover it up with bravado, but no, that's not good. You also hear sometimes Charlemagne the God talks about um when he was dating an older woman when he was young and how it ended up manifesting in him. And that's something that he constantly has to heal from. So yeah, Swayze, boo, you need some healing and you need to really um become more mature about the whole situation because it's not cute. This is Mike. I don't know why I keep want to call him Will. I don't know, maybe he looks like a wheel to me. Let's see, Mike. He's 42. He's an appliance repair company owner. He was married. He said for a little bit to his high school sweetheart. He seems like the quiet type, and he's the type that has to warm up to you a little bit. So I see him someone not like a Dominica, but he definitely needs someone to kind of bring him out his shell a little bit. Two quiet people, they be both of us be looking at each other like so he definitely needs someone that's gonna pull him out his shell and because he's real cool, he's laid back, but someone who's going to make him live life. I'm thinking like skydiving or something, like someone who's just gonna push him to be a little bit more extrovert, and then also he would be a balance for someone to maybe enjoy the calmer moments to be more calm. So I hope he finds a girl that has balance with him. So far I think I know Cherie said she liked him, or she was physically attracted to him. So I don't know, I think Brandy might have liked him. I can't remember all the connections, but I like him. I'm about to call him Will again. What's his name? Mike. Mike. Yes. So yeah. Um yeah. He seems like a nice guy, but he might be a little bit quiet for me. I'm not sure yet. But I don't know who he connects with. So we'll see. I like you, Mike. Randall. I have a cousin named Randall. He's 36, personal trainer. He connects a lot with Jamala. Jamala, I believe that's her name. Um, yeah, he connects. He's a personal trainer, so they connect. He seems very attracted to I'm about to call her something else. Jamala. He really connects with her. He's attracted to her. He likes her physique. he likes what he's seeing. They seem to have a lot of chemistry between each other. So I can't wait to see how it goes. I wonder if they're going to be the Cliff and Joy of this season because they connected really early on. And he seems like he's into her, and she definitely seemed like she was into him. So I can't wait to see where that goes. I hope they won't be as problematic as Cliff and Joy, but I definitely I like them so far. I like them as a couple. He seems he's very nice looking. He seems like he got the height, he got the body. I mean, I like both of them. They're an attractive couple if they stay together. So I think that's the last that's the last mail I have. Um, Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on some of these guys. I really, like I said, I'm really enjoying this season. I can't wait to see where some of this goes. The previews seem like they're going to be off the chain, but I'm hoping it's not going to be that type like it was last season. I don't know. Last season was a little exhausting. So I'm hoping this season is going to be, more about the connections and, if there's something that's not real, it gets called out. Not no faking the funk this season. I don't want all of that. You know, it just it was too much last season. But I'm so excited about seeing where this season goes. Continue to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification buttons to be notified about my uploads, and look forward to more content. I will be coming with my Married to Medicine review. Also coming up will be Married at First Sight. So look forward for that. And any other content, I may come back with some other topics that I may want to discuss. So look out for that too. Become a part of my tribe. Subscribe. Until then, be blessed.